Welcome back to Tipton Bros. Today, we'll be discussing grenades utilized by the Russian Empire during the First World War. This list is in no way extensive and only covers a small group of all known examples. Before we begin, I must disclose that I am no expert and never claimed to be. Now, let's get into it. At the outbreak of the Great War, Russia was well ahead of the curve, being one of the few combatants to issue hand grenades. Although the technology was cumbersome, the advantage it presented was invaluable. The first design to emerge from Imperial Russia was the model of 1912, a defensive fragmentation stick grenade. Referred to as the lantern head grenade, the M1912 was constructed of a complex, riveted sheet metal body and wooden handle. Inside the rectangular frame sat a segmented iron jacket for fragmentation. Beyond this, the device was largely hollow, leaving space for 500 grams of picric acid filling. The look-alike sliding deadbolt on the explosive side is the housing for a spring-loaded firing pin. In function, the user would compress the spring by drawing back the knurled cocking piece. The large ring tab would then be pressed inward to retain the pin as a safety measure. The soldier would grasp the handle of the lantern grenade, which is fixed with a pivoting lever. As the grip hinges forward, a forked catch slides over the stem of the firing pin, securing it in place. The ring tab can now be disengaged, essentially arming the M1912. When thrown, the hand lever is released, which slips the retaining fork off the firing pin, allowing it to drop freely, striking a percussion cap. A delay wire connects the firing system to the fuse and its internal detonator. This lasted between 4 to 7 seconds before going off. While the procedure may sound complicated, all the basic moving parts of a fuse assembly are present. They are simply not self-contained as we are accustomed to. Other notable features include a carrying clip, which could be attached to a soldier's belt for easy transportation. The model of 1912 lantern head grenade was intricate yet crude in its construction, and soon fell out of favor with the Russian Empire. Complexity of manufacture, poor handling, and excess use of material led officials to seek a refined alternative. The replacement materialized within a year's time as the model of 1914 hand grenade, or RG-14. A smaller, streamlined all-metal design, which excluded the wood handle. The costly rivets were substituted with solder, and the carrying clip was deleted completely. What remained was a relatively modernized weapon, reminiscent of the German Stielhandgranate. The model of 1914 skyrocketed in popularity and earned the moniker of bottle grenade due to its appearance. The drawn-out fuse mechanism went unchanged, maintaining the exterior firing pin assembly and pivoting lever grip safety. Fuse delay time was cut down, lasting 4 to 5 seconds on average. Filling composition relied again on trinitrophenol, also known as picric acid. This nitrated organic compound was a common explosive used by military powers during the early 20th century. As opposed to the M1912 lantern head, the model of 1914 was primarily an offensive concussion grenade. A fragmentation sleeve could be attached to the body if desired. Weight was 1.1 pounds without the fragmentation sleeve, and 1.7 pounds with it. This versatility cemented the M1914 hand grenade as a reliable choice despite its antiquated roots. The platform endured the Great War until Russia's abrupt withdrawal in 1917, being revised as the 1914-30 during the interwar period and finally replaced in Red Army service by the RGD-33. Examples were documented in the Vietnam War, and the model of 1914 sputtered out in the early 80s as a training aid. I hope you've enjoyed today's brief overview of the grenades employed by the Russian Empire during the First World War. Gas grenades specifically will have a video all on their own. We are a small channel, so a like is greatly appreciated, and recommendations are always welcome. Again, I'm no expert, and never claimed to be. Until next time, on Tipton Bros.